I'm waiting for the thumbs up before I start. Okay, we're good. All right, good evening, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's pretty good, y'all. We played a couple cities recently. I said, good evening, insert city name here. And you know what they did? Woo. That was good. That was good. I'm proud of y'all for that one. I'm glad to be in Frog Legs' hometown. That's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Only thing they're known for, Frog Legs. I've had a lot of fun touring with them and Sister Wife for the past week or so. Got to be around a lot of folk punk musicians, which has been a lot of fun. Y'all ready to hear some folk punk music? Well, I'm going to make y'all listen to some bluegrass. Yeah. Y'all like bluegrass music here in Pittsburgh? All right, well, I ain't got much to say besides this is one about a chicken. Who here's seen a Clover-Lynn set before? All right. Okay, so for those of you initiated, you know where this is going. For those of you who don't, did you happen to ever grow up watching Hee Haw with your grandparents or your parents? Or maybe a little bit of the Grand Ole Opry? There was this character on there. Her name was Minnie Pearl. And she'd start every episode out with a howdy. So what we're going to do, oh yeah, just like that. You got it. You just listen to them, you know? I'm going to say howdy and then, oh, it was you. I'm sorry. I thought that was it. My bad. I couldn't say, I just heard it over here. That's my bad. So I'm going to say howdy. Y'all are going to say howdy. We're going to do a test run because I know you damn no good Yankees, you know. Sometimes don't understand, but it's fine, you know. We're in Appalachia, it's different. It's not, you know, damn no good Yankees. It's some damn good Yankees over here, you know. I'm gonna say that. All right, let's do a little test run. How? Not bad, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but they don't call y'all the Paris of Appalachia for nothing. But I'm going to drum y'all up just a little bit. Can y'all hear this? Does that come through? It usually comes through with the big mic. Okay, that comes through. I'm going to drum y'all up a little bit. And then we're going to try it again. See if y'all can do just a little bit better, all right? Howdy! Y'all can do better. I know you can. Maybe if I drum y'all up with some actual music, that might help. If I just kind of go like... usually lie and just do it after the third one because I think it's been the best at that point. But I think y'all do. I think the fourth one is the charm here in Pittsburgh. You know, I think if y'all do it real good, I'll go into a Southwest Virginia banjo tune. How about that? All right. I'm gonna drum y'all up again. I'm just gonna do kind of a little. Thank y'all so much. I'm not used to this mic. I'm not used to playing these. I'm used to playing these real soft venues where the people don't look gay enough. I was trying to put that as nicely as possible. You know, I'm one of you, so it's just, you know. I'm a weird alt person, which is probably why these folk punks were like, oh, she's got a banjo, she looks like that, she plays folk punk. And then they brought me on this tour, and they're like, oh, shit. She's just a hillbilly. Our bad. Speaking of being a hillbilly, I love being in Pittsburgh. I got any gay people here? Any trans people here? Any trans people or gay people from rural areas who have complicated... Yeah, okay, yeah. Any trans people or gay people from rural areas who happen to have a complicated relationship with their grandparents? I know that shit's right. Good Lord. So this is a song I wrote. It's called Soul and Bone. Y'all know what flat-footing is up here, right? Yeah, all right, flat-footing or buck dancing or clogging. My granny taught me how to do it when I was really young. For the longest time, you know, she would always teach me, and I decided to start playing music. And every time I'd play the banjo, she'd flat-foot a little bit. And she's one of my best friends. She's incredible. Her name's Carolyn. And so I wrote this song for her, and I showed it to her. And the first time she heard it, she cried. And I played it real slow for her so she could hear all the lyrics. And the second time I played it for her, I played it a little faster, and I played it, a little drivey. And she had a little tear in her eye, but she was fine. She said, "Darling, that is a flat foot beat," which meant a lot to me because she taught me how to do that. And so what I'll do is I'll start it real slow for y'all, kind of the way that made her cry first, and then we'll get real into the meat and potatoes of it, if you will. The salmon cakes and cornbread. Y'all do salmon cakes up here? Salmon patties? Y'all call them salmon cakes or salmon patties? Salmon patties? Okay, we call them salmon patties too, but we went somewhere recently. They said salmon cakes, and I got real nervous to say it again. Anyway, she taught me how to listen to the soles in my feet, and she could feed a family of soul and bone and beans. Running around the kitchen, humming ancient tunes, reminding me of my whole life, what I have to lose. Lambs in the summertime, it's apples in the fall. I live my life getting right by that banjo's call. Holstein hands and no string bands, pallets on the floor, shouting out these old hymns till my throat goes sore. Pulling pods off the vines, prepared to put to bowl. Taught me how to forage, crazy in the clay. Taught me how to bow my head, what it means to pray. Holstein hands, no string bands, pallets on the floor, shouting out these old hymns till my throat goes sore. Lambs in the summertime, it's apples in the fall. Live my life getting right by that fiddle's call. Preaching hell and technicolor, being drowned out softly by that pressure screaming supper. Gather round the table, labor on our plates, being led by calloused hands in a daily grace. Holstein hands, no string bands, pallets on the floor, shouting out these old hymns till my throat goes sore. Lambs in the summertime, it's apples in the fall. I live my life getting right by that fiddle's call. Holstein hands, no string bands, pallets on the floor, shouting out these old hymns till my throat goes sore. Lambs in the summertime, it's apples in the fall. The sound that I fear most to hear is that hellfire's call. When it's my time to go, will she take my hand? Will I join my granny's voice in that angel band? Thank y'all so much. Anyone notice me try to take a sip off the mic? I don't know if anyone else noticed that. that's just a little bit embarrassing. Y'all want me to play some goth bluegrass for y'all? Yeah! All right. Now I just got to retune. I don't know. Nano did already kind of take my bit, so I guess in the spirit of that, how many folk punks does it take to change a light bulb? No, I'm kidding. I ain't gonna do that. No, I ain't gonna do that. That'd be real funny. Anyway, this is the one that got real popular for a second. It's called Cripple Creek, which is an old fiddle tune from Southwest Virginia. I made it all minery and stuff. I hope you enjoy it. Thank y'all. I got any lesbians in the crowd? This is one I wrote for someone I love very dearly. You ever fall in love with someone on the road? I guess y'all don't fell on the road. Someone who's away from you, they don't know how long you get to spend with them, but for the moments you do get to spend with them, you fall in love with them very desperately. And then you text like once a year after that, but it's my fault. I don't like texting. My phone it's this big, and I hate the damn thing. But yeah, this is one I wrote for my friend, among other things. Friend foremost, because if we are not friends with our lovers, then what are we doing? This one's called Lone Star. If I happen to have anyone here from Texas, anyone here from Texas? I talk about blue bonnets in this song, so yeah. Oops, sorry about that. I packed up from Austin, said bye to my last friend, leaving the Lone Star, won't go back again, Lord, won't go back again. I'm bound to ramble, road headed east, ain't gonna slow down till I get some peace, Lord, till I get some peace. Headed to the mountains, a place I call home, gonna let the kudzu swallow me up whole, Lord, swallow me up whole. She came in on a Sunday on a horse twice her height, swear you could see blue bonnets in her eyes, blue bonnets in her eyes. She had hair of chestnut, skin fair as snow, whistling badly, oh Lord, don't I know, Lord, oh Lord, don't I know. Talked about a cowboy and how she break my heart, called me a mountain goat and I called her Lone Star, Lord, I called her Lone Star. Showed her hills and hollers of mountains I love best, she's packing up. It's plain to see. Oh, my Lone Star's leaving me. Lone Star's leaving me. Go across the ocean, I go across the sea. Oh, my Lone Star, do you think of me? Lord, do you think of me? I'm not the praying kind, you think I hear these pleas. So Lord, I am begging, we'll meet in Tennessee. Thank y'all. All right, I'll give y'all the option. Do y'all want a sad song about how I'm anxious about death? And it's also kind of a love song in the end. Or do you want I already know which one's already fake. Do you want the fast minor one about the solution to rural and urban gentrification, which is in fact killing your landlord? All right. Can I just tell a brief story real quick? I know Moth downstairs hears me say, "Can I tell a brief story?" And she starts shaking her head because she knows it ain't ever going to be brief. I'll try to make it brief. All right, y'all know what sharecropping is up here? Okay, so my family were sharecroppers. They had this real shitty landlord. His name was Mr. Beard. The three characters you need to know in this story are Mr. Beard, landlord. Boo. Yeah. John Peter Forbes, my great-great-granddaddy. Woo! The cop. Boo. All right. There's some minor characters that exist later on in the story. We're not going to worry about them. So, one day, in the year of our Lord, 1932 or something, my family's landlord did about the best damn thing a landlord can do. Do not get ahead of yourself. He went missing. And my family celebrated for 3 whole days. Probably much like the Romans did. Anyway, I heard Nana's laugh over there. Anyway, celebrated for 3 whole days. And all of a sudden, they're partying. And what they hear is So my great-granddaddy goes over, my great-great-granddaddy, I should say, goes over and opens the door. He says, "Can I help you?" Because I don't know if y'all know about this, but in the South, in the mountains, we can't pronounce our L's very well, so they say "hep." I don't know if you've ever heard that. "Hep, can I help you?" Anyway, he does that. He opens, says, "Can I help you?" And that cop, he says, "Now, John Peter, where's Mr. Beard?" And John Peter says, "You got a warrant?" And he said, "No, those don't exist yet." And he goes, "Well, you got me. What do you need?" And he said, "Well, can we look around?" He said, "Sure." He said, "Do you want to help us?" He said, "No." So what they do is they start looking around the property, and they go about 2 miles east. They go downhill, back uphill, downhill, get back uphill one more time, and they look over this ravine. Do y'all take a guess at what's down in that ravine? Mr. Beard. Well, Mr. Beard's long gone. It's just his body. And they head back to the house. They go downhill, go back uphill, go back downhill, go back uphill, go right to the door, go, "John Peter, can you come with us?" And he says, "No." And they said, "John Peter, you're not under arrest. You just got to come with us." So what they do is they go 2 miles east. They go downhill, back uphill, downhill again, back uphill one more time. And they lean over this ravine. And they say, "John Peter, what's that?" And he said, "My landlord." And they go, "Well, there's one more thing y'all got to know. So sorry. See, John Peter, when he was working at the CC camp, he had smokestack fall on his head, and it squashed it. I don't know if you know this term, why the long face, but that does in fact come from my family. But due to aforementioned smokestack, he likely had what we today would call a traumatic brain injury, but back in the day, they just called him ornery. And had a temper. So just the cops then look at John Peter and they say, John Peter, we know what you're like. Can you at least tell us why there is barbed wire wrapped around that man's throat? And John Peter, being real quick on his feet, said, yeah, he had the nastiest of habits, really. He'd fall into that cattle fencing, and he must have rolled 2 miles downhill, uphill, downhill again, uphill again, and plumb into that ravine. And the cops, knowing about this squashed head thing and proclivity to violence, said, yeah, that makes sense, and they left. And it came out in the paper 2 weeks later that John Peter is cleared of all investigative charges and that Mr. Beard has died by an apparent suicide. All right, this one's called... Wow, didn't know that was going to happen. This one's called Foot in the Grave. It's off my new EP. If you want it, I don't have any more copies, but you can buy it on Bandcamp. Right now, because this is the last fast one. So if you want to dance, this is it. I'm going to do one more fast, okay? It's going to be it. time for one story, one song, right? I think, am I still good on time? I think. Am I good on time, sound guy? All right, I got a thumbs up on the sound guy. Moth, you cannot get mad at me anymore because I got a thumbs up from the sound guy. Awesome. Okay, I hope that was a sound guy. So he never actually gets mad at me. Moth, she is wonderful. I am genuinely so honored and blessed to be on the road with Sister Wife, Sex Strike, and Frog Legs. We did this same tour about 2 years ago, and the band that I took with me that time broke up because of that tour. It was rough. Still love all the people, though. Just realized we could not tour in a van together across country. Anyway, I got one more story. It's about my favorite person in the world, my papa, Larry. He was the one that... Larry, yeah, let's cheer for Larry. Give it up for Larry. Larry. God bless. Oh, wow. That's the first time it's ever happened. That's awesome. He's going to love to hear about that. I'm going to be like, Papa, a bunch of gay and trans people are shouting your name. And he might die, you know? But anyway, he's one of my favorite people in the world, but he does not understand transness at all. He's never been mean. He's never been like, you're going to hell or anything like that. He's just been like, all right. So usually when I'm going over to hang out with him, just out of a sign of respect, because I know he doesn't really understand it, I will dress a little more conservatively. And he will address me conservatively. And usually, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for laughing at my dumb jokes. But on this particular day, I happened to not be dressed very conservatively. I was actually dressed quite similar to how I am right now. And thank you. Oh, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Anyway, that's not important. What's really important is I talk about my Papa Larry. Sorry, this has been a crazy couple weeks. It's been incredible. And Nana's sitting over here making jokes and shit. It's the best. Anyway, on this particular day, I was not dressed very conservatively, and he made a noise, I think it's only possible, of Appalachian Papas. And I'm going to do my best approximation of it, but I do need a slight volunteer from the audience. Can I borrow your hat? We're going to pretend like I didn't just spill red wine on that damn carpet. Oh, are we going to get in trouble? I'm sure we're not. I'm sure it's fine, right? It's fine. All right. Do I need to do anything about this? Oh, it's gone already. Thank God. All right. Well, he made a noise that is only possible from Appalachian Papas. He said, Phew. I'm going to keep this for a second. What was your name again? Cody. Everyone say thank you, Cody, for letting me borrow the hat. And what he said to me, I think we'd all get behind a little bit. He said, nah, dead name. And he calls me my dead name, not because he is bigoted or hateful or transphobic. He's just in his 80s. This is real hard to do with a ponytail. Nah, dead name. I don't care, you dress like a girl. But I think that's kind of a win. He does not mind the drag. It's what comes after it. I don't think he's too hot on. He's okay with the drag mostly because we're like a traditionalist family. And I, like my daddy before me, I'll let y'all fill in the blanks. They say, Clover-Lynn, why do you dress like that? They say, Clover-Lynn, why you do your makeup like that? They say, Clover-Lynn, why do you wear them heels? I said, it's a family tradition. And he said, nah, dead name. I don't care, you dress like a girl. but please, and this is another thing. He's only said please to about 3 people in his life, and that's God, his wife, and Granny. So I guess he gendered me correctly. I don't know. That one's for the liberation theologists in the crowd. Nah. Dead name. I don't care, you dress like a girl. But please, in my... One more thing. I'm so sorry, one more thing. There's this affectation to his accent that's left over from the Ulster Scots that sailed that part of Virginia. You have a similar thing here where y'all say like Dan, like Dan. My papa, my papa, he'd say downtown. That's and it's left over from the Ulster Scots that sailed that part of Virginia. They say mouse, about, town. Nah, dead name. I don't care, just that girl. But please, in my house, do not dress like a hussy. And that is, in fact, the closest he's ever said to I love you. Cody. Everyone say thank you again to Cody. All right, I got one more. It's called Daddy's First Son. I'm going to get to it real quick, but I just want to say one thing real quick, and it's if you're from a rural area and you've abandoned your accent because you've been ashamed of it, or you've kind of hid where you're from because you're gay and you think that you need to choose being from a city because you're gay and you can't be both gay and from a rural area, I got something to tell you. You deserve to be from that rural area, and that rural area can never take away the fact that's your home. And this one doesn't go as much up here because we are in the north. But I say this thing back home where bigots don't deserve Southern pride. I don't think bigots are the only ones who get to be proud of being from rural areas, and I'm fucking sick of it. I'm from a town of 200 people. And it's one of the coolest things ever to be from there because I got to learn this traditional music that existed from Southwest Virginia, and I got to take it out to the world, and I get to talk to all you incredible people, and I get to sell you merch. But all that to say is, if you've ever covered up your accent, fucking stop. Don't. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Listen to Bonnie. But anyway. This one's called Daddy's First Son. Be proud of where you came from. If you're from a rural area, treat that with the reverence it deserves, because it does. And if you're not from a rural area and you're from an urban area, treat that with the reverence it deserves. Stick with where you're from and embrace the culture that surrounds you, because that's the only way that we are opposing capitalism is with folk culture. And I'm gonna just sing this last one. Oh, tell me, brother, what have I done? I've gone, I've killed our daddy's first son. Many years ago, back in those hills, was born a prodigal son with work boots to fill. He learned not to fight, he took it on the chin. He's raised upright on old Baptist hymns. Oh, tell me, sister, what have I done? I've gone, I've killed our daddy's first son. He's out all alone. He's turned over stones, and I found that poor boy, and I led him on home. He didn't put up a fight, he didn't beg for his life, he just sat there staring, his eye plunged in that knife. Oh, tell me, mama, what will they say? Will they think I've led our family astray? Will they find him a lamb, find clay on my hands? They value me less than they did that young man. Oh, tell me, Daddy, can you ever forgive the death of your son so your daughter could live? Thank y'all so much. My name is Clover-Lynn. Y'all get your sister wife. Can I take y'all's picture real quick? Can we turn down the light so I can take their picture? It's real bright. I see it. There we go. Awesome. Perfect. Thank y'all so much.